Well, hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Riley, and I have been on this bread baking kick for a long time, mainly a sourdough kick, as many of you know. And I've tried and tried again, and it just seems like it is so easy for everyone else to make sourdough, and for me, I have just been struggling. But today I'm gonna try a new sourdough recipe, and it's kind of a little bit more involved one. The ones I've done previously have been like quick recipes or overnight recipes, and I just feel like that might be the issue. And I saw Brittany Leach, she has the same last name as me, but we are not related at all, and she tried a recipe, and it was from, I'll link it down below. I can't remember exactly what it is. It was from another Instagram page, and she tried it. First time ever making sourdough, and it worked out really well for her. So I can make it in a whole day. So I'm getting a little bit late start. It's 10 o'clock right now, and it's gonna take until probably like 7 or 8 o'clock tonight, but I'm gonna try out that recipe and bring you guys along with me and share my journey yet again with sourdough. But I'm gonna go ahead and eat my breakfast really quick, and then I'm gonna get started on making some sourdough again.
There is a life I lead in this city, hurrying to cut my teeth. I can take what I need to get by, it doesn't make it easy.
I have everything measured out, and I'm gonna grab a bigger bowl, and I'm gonna mix together my starter and my water. All of the recipes I have used have all kind of been similar with starting. So you will mix your starter and your water together first. Here's my little spatula. My starter's looking really good, and I'm feeling very confident about this one. I feel like I say that in the beginning of every sourdough video, but you know what? You gotta go into it with some confidence. So I have used my kitchen scale for all of these, and I feel like using that makes it more accurate, but the recipe that I got off of Instagram also does have the cup measurement conversions if you don't have a kitchen scale, so you can make it that way. But I'm just gonna go ahead and mix this together with my hands until it's all nice and combined. And then after this, we'll add our flour, and then we'll do a first little rest. So you'll mix your starter and your water together, and then you'll add in your flour and make kind of a shaggy dough is what they call it. It doesn't look very uniform or look very pretty at all. And then you let it rest for 30 minutes, add your salt, pinch that in, and then you kind of start shaping and working your dough from there. I'm really excited about this because I'm getting more confident the more sourdough recipes I make. Like I said earlier, I just feel like it's so easy for other people. Like they'll make it the first time and it does really well for them. So I don't know if I'm just making it harder on myself or what is going on, but we're just gonna keep trying.
I want it all. I had a feeling, but the feeling is all gone away.
So now that we have our shaggy dough, my dough's actually still a little bit wet. I'm gonna go ahead and cover it for 30 minutes, and then we're gonna pinch in our salt after that is up. And I decided to use this little flour sack towel because yesterday was the first day of spring, and this has got a little golden retriever with like little gardening stuff on it. So I thought that was super cute, but we're gonna let this rest for 30 minutes and then come back, add our salt, and then move on with the process from there. So it's been 30 minutes. Now I'm gonna add my salt to my dough. I had to grind my salt because I have like the coarse sea salt. It says heaping, so I'm gonna add this and then just add the rest of what I have in my little measuring cup that I ground it into. But I'm just gonna shake it over the top and pinch it in. I'm going off a recipe that doesn't have any pictures or anything, so I'm just gonna go with what I think pinching it in would be. I'm just gonna add a little bit more of that. So once you pinched in your salt, you're gonna cover it and let it rest for 30 more minutes, and then we'll come back, and that's when we start folding and shaping it.
Life is a winding road, driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling down. Jumping from cliffs so high, trusting our wings to.
So I just did my last stretch and fold, and now it has to rise for 5 to 8 hours. So Mama's gonna be up late tonight, but I might let it cold ferment in the fridge overnight and bake it tomorrow morning because it says that you can do that. So we'll see how late it is, like when I decide if it's like doubled in size enough or proofed enough for me to be able to bake it. But we're either gonna make it tonight or we're gonna make it tomorrow morning. But so far, the dough is looking really good. It's really silky, it's really workable. So I feel really good about this recipe. Still fingers crossed that it's gonna be good, but I will show you the progress after 5 to 8 hours. So coming at you from my laundry room, and I'm getting ready to check on my bread, and it smells like sourdough in here. Holy crap. I'm just gonna turn you around and show you. So I would definitely say that this is doubled in size. So I'm getting ready to flatten it and fold it and shape it. And then I'm gonna put it in my little Banneton basket overnight. And then I'm gonna bake it in the morning. So I was gonna do it today, but I started way too late in the day because once you get to this step, you can either let it rest for an hour or two and then bake it, or you can put it in the fridge to proof overnight or for a whole day. So that is what I'm gonna do. And I'll just go ahead and bake it in the morning. So I am going to flatten this and shape it. And then we are going to put her to bed in the refrigerator and come back tomorrow morning. So the directions aren't very clear, and I don't know if I should flatten it on the counter or in the bowl. So I'm gonna flatten it in the bowl and try to shape it in here. And if it doesn't work, I'm gonna put it on the counter. So yeah, that is what we're gonna do today. I might need to get some water for my hands. So I got it in the bowl, not very pretty. I got it into as much of a tight ball as I could, but my dough is really wet, very sticky. So I'm gonna let it proof overnight, and hopefully it will set up a little bit when it refrigerates overnight, but it is very bubbly, very aerated. It's looking really good. I hope I didn't overwork it doing all of that, but only time will tell in the morning. So she is gonna go to sleep in the fridge and we will bake it in the morning. Well, good morning, you guys. These are the first words out of my mouth today. It is 6 a.m. and I'm getting ready to preheat my oven and preheat my Dutch oven. My dough, I've looked at it in the fridge, it looks pretty good. I'm just a little worried because it didn't like form into like a really tight ball last night, but I'm gonna go ahead and take it out and score it while the oven is preheating. And I really hope it works out because it is raining right now and it's supposed to rain all day, and I want to make soup for dinner tonight, so hopefully I can have some bread and some soup and just have like a nice little cozy dinner tonight. But if all goes well, that is what will happen. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this before James wakes up, and then I'll just kind of go through the whole process with you guys. I had to turn on the really bright lights early in the morning not my favorite, but I'm gonna go and grab my bread really quick, or my dough, and I'll show you. It didn't dry out too much. I had to put plastic wrap over the top of it. The edges are a little dry, but that's fine. So I'm just gonna plop this out onto a cutting board actually and score it, because I can't find high temperature parchment paper anywhere. I don't know what it is. This little hair sticking out the side of my head, but I cannot find high temperature parchment paper anyway, and I don't want to use what I have because I don't want to scorch the bread or scorch the paper at all and ruin it. So I've just been sticking it straight in my Dutch oven to bake it. But I'm gonna go ahead and plop this out, flour it, score it, and then hopefully by the time that's happening, my oven will be preheated and we can bake it.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes. Driving through days and nights, won't stop for traffic lights. And I really wanna know if I will ever figure out where the road goes. Even if I'm falling down, I will keep on searching for my highs. You can say I lost my mind, I will keep on holding my head high, even if the sky is falling.
She's not pretty, but she's very bubbly and very aerated, so we will just have to see after we bake it. The only big issue I had was my Banneton was sticking to my dough, like the little like towel part inside of it. I had to shape it a little bit when I put it on the board, just because it kind of fell apart. So that might be the only reason I think it might not turn out. But now it's time to bake. It's really time to bake now. Okay, not terrible. Not terrible. So this is what she's looking like. I think she turned out really good. I didn't really want to let it get any darker, but the true test is going to be when I cut into it. So you have to let it rest for an hour or so to really get a good crumb. So it's the moment of truth. I'm getting ready to cut it. It's been about an hour and 20 minutes. It said to wait at least an hour. It's still a little bit warm, but I think it'll be fine. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut into it. Should I cut it this? Yeah. I'm gonna cut it this way. What?
You ready?
Ooh! Wow! She's cute. I could have cooled probably a little bit more, but wow!
Cut a slice.
Okay, hold on. Ooh. Probably the best one so far. 9 out of 10. 8.5.
8.
I am seriously so happy, so excited. But I think I'm gonna end today's video right here. Thank you guys so much for watching yet another sourdough video. I'm so happy that this one turned out. I definitely think it was the recipes that I've been using and doing the overnight recipes. And next time, I don't even think I'm gonna proof this overnight. I might just proof it in the fridge for maybe an hour or two, just so I can see if I get a little bit of a different result, because the dough was like kind of sticky. Like I said before, I couldn't really form it into a ball. So I'm not sure exactly why that would happen. Again, more troubleshooting that I'm gonna have to do, but this so far is the best one that I've made, and I feel like they just keep getting better. the more I make them. So I think I'm gonna stick with this recipe, search around for something similar to just to see if I can figure out what the issue was with the dough on this one. But I will link it down below. I just got it off of an Instagram post from Amber's Kitchen on Instagram. So I will just put her recipe on there and her instructions and link her Instagram and her website because she hasn't put the recipe on there yet. But with all of that being said, I think I'm gonna end today's video. So I hope you guys enjoyed and I will see you in the next one. Bye guys.